I found Marcus's psychiatric records on his laptop, and 3 weeks later, when he was about to leave me, I read them out loud to his mother over the phone. Every diagnosis, every medication, every breakdown he'd ever had. And I told myself I was protecting him. Okay, so, I know how that sounds, I do. And I'm not here to make you love me right now. I'm just here to say what actually happened because there's a version of this story going around that leaves out a lot of things. A lot of things Marcus conveniently never mentions when he's playing the victim.
Oh, I'm sorry playing the victim. My mother called me crying at 11 at night because my girlfriend read her my therapy notes. My therapy notes, Dan, tell them that part.
I'll tell them everything. That's literally why I'm here. But I'm also going to tell them what you were doing while I was apparently being such a monster, because you texted Lee in February while we were still together. And I have the screenshots, so yeah.
Texting someone is not the same as weaponizing someone's mental health records. You know that.
The records were just, they were sitting there, his laptop was open. We shared that laptop half the time, Marcus. It's not like I hacked anything, and I wasn't even snooping. I was looking for the Netflix password and his documents folder was just open. And I saw my name in one of the files. My name, in his therapy notes. So yes, I read it.
You saw your name and then you read 43 pages. Don't minimize it. 43 pages, 3 years of sessions. You read all of it and then you saved it. You saved a copy to your own drive, Dan. I saw the file date.
Okay, yes, I saved it. And that wasn't a great moment for me, I'll own that. But you want to know what was in those 43 pages? His therapist notes saying he had a pattern of pulling away every time a relationship got real. That he'd done it before, that he knew he did it. He knew and he never told me. We were 2 years in and he never once said, hey, fair warning, when things get serious, I disappear. He just started disappearing. And I was sitting there thinking I was crazy.
So the solution was to call my mom. My mom, who I have a complicated relationship with, which you also knew from those notes, and read her my diagnosis.
I called your mom because you had already blocked me. You broke up with me over a text. A text, Marcus, 2 years and I got a paragraph. And then you blocked me everywhere and I had no way to reach you and I panicked. I panicked. And yes, I made a horrible choice in that panic. But you don't get to act like you were just standing there innocent when you had already torched everything and walked away.
I broke up with you because 3 days before that, you sat across from me at dinner and said, and I'm quoting, because I also remember things, you said, I know things about you that could make your whole family see you differently. You said that to my face, over pasta. So yeah, I sent a text because that was terrifying.
I said that because I was scared you were already gone and I don't know what I was trying to do. Make you stay, make you afraid to leave? That's okay, that's not good. I know that's not good. But it wasn't a threat. It was a scared person saying a stupid thing.
And then you made it not a threat by actually doing it, 3 days later, to my mother.
His mother called me first, actually. That part always gets left out. She'd been texting me because we were close, we actually had a relationship, and she was worried about him going quiet and I picked up when she called. And I didn't plan what I said, it just came out. Which I know doesn't make it better, I know that, but I need people to understand it wasn't calculated. It wasn't like I had a plan.
You saved the file 6 weeks before you called her. 6 weeks. You had it sitting there. You want to tell me that was an accident waiting to happen and not a card you were holding.
I genuinely don't know why I saved it. I think part of me knew things were getting bad between us and I was building a case. Not to use, just to have. To know I wasn't making it all up. That's a messed up thing to do, I'm not saying it isn't. But there's a difference between building a case in your head and actually using it, and the only reason I crossed that line is because you disappeared on me without a conversation. You just vanished. After 2 years.
Because you told me you had information that could change how my family saw me. What did you think I was going to do? Stay for a debrief?
I thought you were going to fight for us. I thought that was going to make you fight. Because every time I tried to have a real conversation, you went calm and distant and I never knew if you actually cared or if I was already losing you. And the note said that was a defense mechanism, that you go cold when you're scared. So I thought if I scared you back, you'd come back to me. That's insane. I can hear how insane that sounds, but that's what I thought.
So you read my private mental health records, used them to psychoanalyze me, and then used them to hurt me because of a theory about my defense mechanisms that you built from files you were never supposed to see.
When you say it like that, yeah. Yes, that is what happened, and I don't have a version of that that makes me look okay. I've spent 5 months trying to find one and there isn't one. What I did was wrong. The saving it, the dinner comment, the call to your mom, all of it, I know that. But I also need you to hear that you were not a passive person in what happened to us. You had a pattern and you knew you had it and you let me love you anyway and you never warned me.
I was working on it in therapy, which you then stole and used against me, so.
His mom actually called me back, by the way, 2 weeks later. She said she was glad she knew. She said she wished Marcus had told her himself years ago. I'm not saying that makes it right. I'm just saying the story didn't end the way he tells it, with everyone horrified at me. Some of the people he expected to take his side didn't entirely. And I think that's because they could see there was more going on than just me being a monster.
She called you because you traumatized her and she didn't know how to process it. That's not the same as taking your side, Dan. Don't do that.
Maybe you're right about that. I genuinely don't know anymore what I caused and what was already broken. I think we were already in the middle of hurting each other and we both just chose different weapons. Mine were worse, I'll say that. Mine were worse, but I didn't manufacture the war.
No, you just made sure no one would forget which side I was on. I had to explain my diagnosis to my mother, Danny. She cried. And I had to sit there and explain it, not because I was ready, not because I chose to, because you made the choice for me. You took that from me. That's what I don't think you actually understand yet.
I understand it. I think about it. I think about that specific moment a lot, actually, more than anything else. Not the records, not the dinner, not any of it. Just you having to explain something you weren't ready to explain. Because someone else decided when. I'm not going to say I'm sorry in this format because I don't think you'd believe me, and honestly, I'm not sure I deserve to have it accepted. But I do understand it. That part was unforgivable. I also think we were both already burning it down. I was just the one who lit the match you could see.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself I had matches too. It's a good story.
I still don't know if what I did was the worst thing in this story or just the most visible one. Maybe that's the part that keeps me up. What would you have done, stayed quiet, or burned it down? Tell me in the comments. And if you know someone who's ever been in the middle of something like this, where there's no clean version of who was wrong, send this to them. New confession dropping soon. Don't miss it.